Jeff, Noles Nation screaming about Florida State being undefeated and stuck at number 3. Why should they be number 1?
Well, I think you've hit on a couple of points. First of all, Florida State is 2-0 against top 25 teams. Alabama is just 1-1. And I think everyone talks about this eye test. I think you guys are missing, those of you out there who think Florida State should be number 3. Part of an eye test is looking around a football field, looking up at the scoreboard, because Florida State is 10-0. No one else can say there are 0 losses on their record. I mean, think about what the committee is proposing and what I suppose anyone is proposing that thinks the Noles should be 3rd. In the history of college football, a team from a power conference, undefeated, being left out of what would be the national championship game. I mean, imagine last year if Florida State gets left out because 2 one-loss teams like Auburn or Michigan State play each other for the national title game. It's illogical. There's no precedence for this. It makes no sense for Florida State to not be on top right now.
Brian, thank you. Jeff, hang tight, because I want to ask you one more specific question. I think the challenge in a lot of people's minds with Florida State is that besides falling behind early in so many games, that the ACC, quite frankly, isn't chock full of strong opponents. People wonder if FSU would be able to rally against an Ole Miss defense, an Alabama defense, a Wisconsin defense. As somebody who watches that team as closely as you do, how do you think they'd fare against better defenses?
Well, I think we start with this premise, this assumption that this SEC is so phenomenal. And I think we're taking that based on history. And the recent history shows me there's a team that's won 26 in a row. SEC, I don't know that they've proven themselves on the field the way we think they'd have in the past. I mean, look at Bama, Mississippi State, Ole Miss. If I'm not mistaken, combined, out of conference, they've played one Power 5 team. They just haven't shown it to the country. They keep beating up themselves, which is great, but you're not proving you're what you say you are. I mean, even the Pac-12 South has more teams in the top 25 than the SEC West. This Florida State team is solid, it's physical, it's fast. They never have any fear, and they've won week after week after week. I think it starts with a basic assumption that I think may be false.